Hello everybody, my name is GreenMatius and welcome to my channel. We are back with another episode, actually the final episode of the Diamond Society Season 3, and behind me is a whole lot of mess. I hate this so much. Oh my god! You are annoying. Burn, burn, burn. What do I have? I have an axe. Never mind. But this is a crap load of mess and I hate it. I don't like it. In my last episode I said I was kind of clearing a bit of stuff and I had like quite a I had some space here and I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to leave it empty. But once I started filling up with flowers, honestly speaking, I think it looks a lot better if it's empty. Like, you see, I didn't bother putting flowers here because I just don't want to. It's just hideous. It's just horrible. It's just too messy for me. So I'm probably not going to use this. Initially, I just wanted to fill up this space area, and here looks actually quite fine. I created like this little pathway which doesn't really lead to anywhere. It kind of just leads to a dead end, but I thought it looks pretty nice with like just a little path and I said, I don't know, it just looks nice. I said that it does. I didn't want to build anything because I don't want to cover the view of the wall that I built last episode. I think this side you really can't see it because of Vi's build. So here I kind of want to leave it empty. So I thought flowers would be nice, and I did it for this part, and then I kind of just extended here, and now I just hated it. It's hideous. Welcome to the Emerald Palace. There's a couple of rules: no running, no yelling, no stealing, because this is a royal palace. So we are still working on a little bit on the gardens here. There isn't really too much work. You can see that I have some flowers over there. I might amend this. I don't really like the flower bed, really. It doesn't look that nice. And I have more flowers with me now that I've taken out that part. I kind of replicate the same thing here. I had sugar canes around this to put an end to the valley. Put a full stop. And this idea actually came from Build Monger, the one who built the first Tibetan house style. I'm not so sure the Tibetan style, but he's the one who actually gave me this idea when he was on the server. So thanks, Buildmonger. Okay, I went to creative mode, did a bit of try and error, and I think I kind of like this design. First of all, let's just get rid of all this hideous. So what we're gonna do is gonna do some tree layers. Ooh, the leaves look so much better in here. Okay, so so just give it a height, and then we're gonna use peonies because peonies looks pretty. So just gonna cover over here. Just gonna do all around here. So, by the way, fun fact: I just realized 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't realize we could breed flower like this. I honestly have no idea. I'm so dumb at Minecraft that I just figured this out on the last day of Diamond Society SMP. I've completed our rose bush flower bed garden thingy, and yeah, I think it looks a lot better. It looks a lot more neater. Well, as neat as flowers can be actually, because we kind of place them quite randomly anyway. But yeah, I think it looks a lot better. It gives a bit of color. It fills up the space pretty nice. And I also changed the dark oak slab with nether brick slab, just because I think it gives a different texture to it. I rarely use nether bricks because they're just so grindy to get. But since we are at the end of the season, I'm like, you know what, whatever, we have some extra nether racks, let's just use them. I'm not using it for anything else anyway, because I've been using so much dark oak wood like everywhere. I don't know, I just really like dark oak in general. I guess my palace, the design of my palace is complete and just in time for the end of the server. But I do feel like we are living in a palace. This is a royal palace, or emerald palace is how I call it. And like many palaces, I do feel like we need some security. We need some guards or guardians of some sort. So maybe we should go get some. What better way to guard the China Valley than pandas? Hey! We have one here. Then we have one over there. I actually like this one a little bit better because it's just a lot cuter when it's sort of standing like this. One is like facing here, and one is just sitting there. And I think it's cute. You know, it's not perfect. It's not like big sculpture thing because I don't have a lot of space. Also, I don't really know how to do those kind of builds. But I think it closes up the space. You know, finish up the valley pretty nicely. And I think it's cute, you know. I think it's adorable to have pandas overlooking your stuff. Hello. Keep us safe, please. Keep us safe. Okay, so pretty much we are done with the China Valley. So that's really, I kind of just finished up all the odds and ends. So over here, I rearranged the flower bits and all that. I removed all the tulips, or not the other flowers, which make it look like chaos. And I added this thingy. I don't even know what it's supposed to be, but it's a thing. Put a tree up here just to close up space. So yeah, I mostly did like bits and this and that all over the China Valley, just kind of close out the space as we are ending the season. We are really ending like few hours time. I'm not joking. I'm trying to finish this off as much as possible. And the one last mini project I did was this. Yay. It's a dragon. I've always wanted. It's not a dragon like the one that Curly did. Curly did one was amazing. Like that took him a long time, and I know at one point he was worried he couldn't finish it in time because of resources, but he did it. So I'm not. This is like nothing compared to his. But I knew that when I first came into the China Valley, when I first arrived here, I wanted to build something there. I wanted to be a sculpture. I'm not good at sculpting buildings and all that. It's like a whole new level for me. So I thought I'd bring a dragon, a very cartoonish kind of kitty dragon over there overlooking to our palace, because dragons, you know, in Chinese mythology, dragons come from the oceans and sort of like facing the ocean that way. Well, it's not really the ocean, but you know, whatever. Coming and bless the people of the China Valley. And for this dragon thing, I actually used diorite, granite, and prismarine blocks. Is it what they call? I have no idea what it's called, but it's kind of a prismarine thingy, and they all have the same texture to it, very granulated kind of looks to it, which I think looks perfect. I mean, it gives it more of a scaly effect, I guess. It's not perfect. I know it's not perfect, but I think it's kind of a cute addition, kind of just like, hey, welcome to the China Valley. It's sort of like a mixture of 2D, 3D art kind of thing. So yeah, I think it looks fine. Okay, so yeah, pretty much that kind of ends. Yeah, that kind of ends it. There's really nothing much left to do. Everyone is sort of done with the server. I'm just cleaning up the little bits here and there, and there's really nothing left for me to do. So yeah, I guess I just have to end this episode. So this is actually not just my final episode of Diamond Society Season 3. This is actually also my final episode of Diamond Society SMP in general, or at least for now, because I have officially tendered my resignation to the committees of Diamond Society, saying that I will not be joining them for Season 4 and until whenever I decided to return. And yeah, it's actually really sad. It's actually really, when I was typing the message, I was actually thinking really hard how I want to say it, also because I don't really want to leave. I really, with the really bottom of my heart, when I say that I really enjoy my time here, I really love everyone here, I really love being part of this community, I meant it. There's a couple of factors involved me deciding to leave. Primarily, I would say it's just time. And you know, doing SMP, especially as massive as Diamond Society, where everyone is such incredible builders, incredible, you know, great stoners, or just great at doing storylines, it takes a lot of time, you know, in order to be part of that group. But to me, that wasn't the biggest problem. I try not to compare myself with the other Diamond Society members, but to me, my main problem was my internet connection. The few months before, it has been pretty bad, and it's not even the server's fault. It's not even, you know, Diamond Society's fault. It's really just my internet connection. It got to a point where I couldn't even go into the launcher, because the launcher would kick me out every time I tried to access an online service. You know, it would ask me to re-log in, ask me to change my password and do this and all that again. I'm a working adult. I don't have a lot of times on weekdays, and when I do have time, I'm usually so exhausted. So I spend most of my Minecraft, doing my Minecraft stuff, especially Diamond Society stuff, on the weekends. And on the weekends, I treasure it a lot, because I get to do my Minecraft stuff, but because of my internet connection, I sometimes would not just do anything. I couldn't do anything. I would just stare at a computer, I would fix my connection over and over again, and I end up wasting my entire weekend not doing anything. And I couldn't not only do my Minecraft stuff, I couldn't do other stuff which I wanted to do. I'm also a part-time writer. It's a hobby of mine, but I couldn't do it because I've spent so much time trying to so and so called play Minecraft, but I wasn't playing. So that's the one reason why it just got really frustrating, and I just needed a break from that. I was burnt out, not on the build part, but burnt out on just trying to stay in the server. And then within the last few months, when my connection was going pretty badly, a lot of Minecraft ideas starts coming to my head. A lot of things I want to do, a lot of projects that I wish I could do or record or whatever, but those are the kind of projects which I couldn't do in the context of an SMP. So I thought of trying to integrate it into the SMP, Diamond Society SMP Season 4, but it was just quite difficult. But I felt like I needed a break from SMP as well. I've been doing for quite some time, so those are some of the main factors that involves with my decision. So yeah, that being said, I really truly did enjoy my time in Diamond Society, and I want to say thank you to all the Diamond Society members who, first of all, let me to be part of this group. I don't even know how I got in. I don't know what made, I think the community at the time was like BC and Coop, Traven, Dave, and Addictive G. I don't know what makes you all decided to accept me into the group, because I was such a horrible builder. I remember my first build in Diamond Society was the Woodcutter Shack, and I couldn't even build it. I was so embarrassed by it. I actually had to get help from Coop Diesel to help me remodel it and all that. And I do feel like I learned a lot Minecraft skill wise, because in the past when I play Minecraft, it's always UHCs or just other Minecraft game modes, Survivor. I never really played actual survival, Minecraft. So this was actually my first, it's not my first SMP, I definitely joined SMP before, but it was my first successful run of SMP, so really appreciate being accepted. And then when I came to Season 3, I didn't want to focus on building. I wanted to do a couple of major builds, and obviously I built the Emerald Palace, but there was definitely a lot of major builds I couldn't build in Diamond Society Season 3 because of time and lag and issues and all that. That's why I mostly did mini builds in the China Valley, but that wasn't my focus anyway. My focus in Season 3 was I wanted to do city management. So when I came to Season 3, I had China Valley all to myself. My focus was I want to build a city. I want to not just do builds, but proper layouts and decos and gardens and all that. So that was sort of my goal, and I think maybe I don't achieve it to the perfection of what I imagined, but seeing my results, I thought I did pretty good, for the first time, But yeah, I'm gonna end the season here. There's really nothing left to do, and actually, I think this is all my gears. I already stored all my gears already. This is all the things I have left, and ironically enough, I lost my diamond sword on the last day of recording. I don't have my diamond sword. I don't know where it is. I was building the dragon thingy and I just lost it somewhere. But you know what? I'm not fighting any more mobs. It's turning night, and as per my last season, I tend to store my items away so that whoever download the world can have access to my items. So this is my box, so you can see all my diamonds, all my emeralds. I felt like trying, which I hardly ever use because, lag. Lag makes it impossible to use anything here. So I'm just gonna maybe just store all my stuff. None of it is gonna go to waste. None of it is in my ender chest. My ender chest is completely empty. Everything is here. My shulker box are all here, but they're all empty. So kind of just end it how I did last season. So yeah. Oh my god, I don't even want to say my outro clip. I really don't. I feel like I'm saying goodbye to this world. Let's go look at this. Yeah, it's just, I built this. Okay. I guess that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you do, please subscribe or like, and I wish the current, new, and old members of Diamond Societies all the best. And yeah, goodbye. Bye-bye. Skeleton is burning this out.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. The seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. The seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. Each time of year carries memories, like a never fading whisper in the breeze. Oh, we will keep on changing all over again. Yeah, we will keep on changing just like another season. Don't want another day without you by my side. Oh, this season. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season.
Down the years it's been a ride, and now I'm sorry I'm all it's not in tonight. And on as we go we seem to fight, but baby that's just the way we love. And only in the dark do we see our sunlight. Home is where we were, home is where we want to be. And yes, we don't have time to say goodbye, and this ain't the last time. Now this time before we go, raise your hands, raise a toast. Time is something special, just like love before it starts to snow. It's crazy how the years have gone. Memories are the drug we're on, but darling, just remember that there's never a goodbye. There's falling, there's never a goodbye. So stop, there's never a goodbye. There's falling, there's never a goodbye. Calling back to a different time. Maybe I need to hear your voice to make me smile. No, 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 it's not said and done. Baby, you can fight with me